Hi guys, Rolton here. So this metaverse thing that everyone is talking about and that Facebook is talking about, what is that? What is the metaverse? I'll try to give you an explanation in this video as best I can. I think it's a very important thing. I think it's the next step for the internet. I think this is a big catalyst for crypto, for mass adoption of cryptocurrencies and especially altcoins and all of the projects that are building NFTs on them. So in this video I'll talk a little bit about that, but mostly just try and explain what is the metaverse and why is it important. The metaverse as a term has existed for a long time, and it's just this vision of the next version of the internet, where the internet is not something that you watch on a screen. It's going to be something that you enter into, where your body, so to say, has a presence in the internet. So that's through something like VR. Like with the Oculus, where is my Oculus headset? It's somewhere. I have the Oculus Quest 2 headset. It's also something like AR, where you can pull like a digital layer down on top of reality. That is kind of the metaverse, and you can kind of fantasize about how with something like Neuralink, the project that Elon Musk is working on, that further down the line in the future, it's not even going to be through like VR headsets or AR glasses. It's going to be directly implemented into our brains and into our eyes. That's kind of it's basically the Matrix. It's the Matrix long term, which is just a completely virtual world inside of our minds. And what Facebook is kind of building on right now, and the version of the metaverse that we're going to see in the near future, is more something like, if you've ever watched Ready Player One, that is kind of a vision of what the metaverse is going to be. It's going to be this social space where people can connect with each other and meet up and play games or watch a concert or go to a lecture or just be together in a space. You can have a home space, you can have workspaces, where you can meet up in VR and communicate with other people and do stuff with other people. So what is really interesting about this is that it's a few things. But first of all, one of the things that I think is really interesting, because it also relates to crypto, is the whole aspect of digital ownership. In this metaverse, you're going to have things that you can buy. Like, you're going to have an avatar. You're going to have like a home space, like I said, or a workspace and other spaces that you either own or you go to. And people are going to want to decorate those spaces, and they're going to want to decorate and customize their avatar. That's what we're seeing in gaming right now with games like Fortnite, games like Destiny, all of these kinds of MMOs. People want to customize how they look, and they want to pay for cosmetics and skins and stuff like that. So that's also going to happen in the metaverse. The problem kind of with that is that you need a solution where, even though you buy something from one company in the metaverse, you want to be able to carry that thing. If it's a t-shirt or a shirt, for example, you want to be able to carry that shirt wherever you go in the metaverse. So how is that going to work? If it's not the platform, let's say Facebook's platform, for example. Let's say Facebook has this insanely giant mall that you can go to and you can buy clothing for your avatar. It wouldn't be very nice if you could only use those things in other Facebook apps in the metaverse. You want to be able to use those things everywhere. How are we going to solve that? You're going to solve that through blockchain and NFTs. All of these things that you're going to be able to buy in the metaverse are going to be NFTs, which are building on the blockchain and on all of these different blockchains like Ethereum and ADA and Solana and all of these different platforms that are working with NFTs. So that's a huge catalyst for getting the NFT technology out into the mainstream, to the mainstream consumers. So that's one thing that is very interesting. I made a whole video about that is like half an hour, where I go through how I think the metaverse is going to affect crypto. To better understand what the metaverse is and why it's important and why I think it's really fucking exciting, is watch Ready Player One first of all if you haven't. But just imagine, in the metaverse, you're going to see everything that you see on the internet. So you're going to see social spaces where people are interacting with each other. And you're also going to see something like events or sports, games that people are playing with each other. You're going to see like malls where you can go and shop. A web shop will not be something on a screen, it will be something that you go into. And what that means is that you can imagine going to Amazon, for example, and instead of it being a website, it will be this huge giant mall that you can go through, and you can be there with other people. Actually, you can take a trip to the Amazon mall with your friends, for example. But where it gets really fucking interesting, I think, is that since it's digital, the mall does not have to look like a mall in the physical world. The mall could be in space or in the desert or underwater. And the same goes for everything else, like your office could be underwater or out in space or in some weird other dimensional world that doesn't even look like something in the real world. And the same goes for something like an art gallery or a store or anything, that we can basically build whatever the fuck we want. And so as an entrepreneur, I think that is really, really interesting. The fact that I can make a store in the metaverse and sell clothing. First of all, because the clothing that you sell in the metaverse is not physical, and so you don't have all of the hassle of having inventory that you have to keep, and you have to keep it safe, and it can go out of style, and so you're stuck with all of this inventory that you haven't sold. All of those problems are just poof, gone. They don't exist anymore. So if I wanted to start a clothing company, there would be a lot less hassle doing that if I were to do it in the metaverse. And also, I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know, clothing does not have to be what it is in the physical world. If you have some clothing with some print on it, like this one, this could be moving, the motion, and you could make it so that if people press it, something comes out of it and they can interact with it or stuff like that. And that is what I really think is going to be amazing with this metaverse, is that you can actually make products that you can't make today. So there's so much innovation and creativity that is going to be released on this metaverse. I'm just so excited for it. And if you want to experience it firsthand, that's the best way, I think, to really understand what this is and how it's going to affect everything and what is possible in the metaverse. I would advise you to get the Oculus Quest 2 headset, because that is just the best VR headset for the price, and also it's Facebook's VR headset. And so the beta versions of these metaverse apps that they are creating is on this, and they're free, and you can actually try them right now. And I have tried them, and it's mind-blowing. I think so. They actually have accomplished creating this feeling of physical presence, because your hands are there, and because of the motion tracking or the cameras in the headset, you can make real hand gestures in there, and it's really freaky. It's really, really freaky. It feels awesome, and you can meet up with someone and have a meeting, for example, and talk with them, and their avatar's mouth will move according to the audio. And that's also just really freaky. I've never seen something like that before, but it was really freaky how real it felt. And I think trying that out really can give you a great idea about what is going to happen over the next 10 years. If you imagine that is what they can do now, and just think about what they can then do in 10 years time, it's going to be insane. Yeah, so what is the metaverse? The metaverse is this embodied internet, this internet that you can step into through VR and through AR. So many things are gonna be built into it, and it's starting right now. Like I said, the first beta apps from Facebook are already out, or from Oculus, and it's going to mean so much for business and for innovation, and especially for crypto and for NFTs. So it's a very exciting time, guys, and I'm very excited for this. And I'm gonna keep updating you guys on the metaverse on this channel. So when new apps come out or new projects are gonna be worked on, I'm going to make videos about that. I'm gonna keep a close eye on this, because I believe that this is as an entrepreneur, I'm looking for the link between crypto and consumers, and something like pop culture and consumer goods. And this is it, I think. This is the big leap for crypto going into the mainstream consumer space. And so I'm going to keep a fucking close eye on this, and I'm going to update you guys on it as well. So that was it for this video. I'll just see you guys in the next video. Join the Discord community. There's a link in the description if you want to join that. And yeah, I'll just see you guys in the next video.